Look at this digital rendering of glowing interconnected pathways moving completely on their own. This represents the reality of productivity in 2026. We are moving away from sitting at a keyboard prompting a chatbot for text and moving toward deploying systems that work in the background while you sleep. But there is a trap here. People spend weeks testing thousands of new AI tools, trying to learn everything, instead of figuring out the exact tool they actually need for their specific side hustle. To figure out what you need, we have to separate these tools into two distinct camps. The first is a conversational agent. This is a tool that requires your constant input and prompting to generate anything of value. The second camp is an automation agent. This is a system built to execute tasks continuously in the background, requiring absolutely zero manual effort from you once it is set up. This quadrant chart shows how we evaluate these tools. The x-axis maps the technical skill needed, from low to high. The y-axis measures autonomy. Tools that fall into this red danger zone on the right mean the setup exceeds your skill, losing you time. A profitable side hustle comes down to correctly mapping your current personal budget and your technical skills to the right spot on this board. AI is not going to build a business for you, but choosing the right category of agent for your specific situation can buy back 10 hours of your week. Looking back at our chart, let's bring in our first group. ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude drop right into the bottom left quadrant. We call these the creative interns. They have low technical barriers to entry, but they require constant manual direction. ChatGPT is the ultimate generalist of the group. Its strongest feature is the ability to run custom GPTs, which let you set very specific business rules and guardrails for how it behaves. The trade-off, though, is that even with custom instructions, you still have to log in and manually trigger every single task. If you are a freelance copywriter, this is the tool you use to draft perfectly toned emails using a custom style guide you have trained it on. Next up is Google Gemini. This is a pure ecosystem player, built specifically for people who are already heavily reliant on Google Workspace. Its main advantage is its input capability. It instantly searches through and synthesizes data directly from your personal Google Drive files without you ever having to manually upload a document. The trade-off with Gemini is that while it excels at pulling up data, it generally struggles more with complex reasoning and nuanced writing compared to the other two. For a researcher, though, it is perfect. You can ask it to look at 50 separate PDF market reports in your Drive and instantly condense them into a single brief. Finally, we have Claude. Claude is the nuanced writer and coder of the group, featuring a massive context window that lets it process huge amounts of text at once. The catch with Claude is its lack of native web browsing capabilities and deep ecosystem integrations. You have to manually bring all of your data directly to its interface. If you are a self-published author, you use Claude to brainstorm entire plot points and dialogue without the resulting text sounding robotic or artificial. While these three conversational tools produce highly valuable content, they all share the same bottleneck. You are still the daily operator. To fix that operator bottleneck, we check back on the chart for the operations managers. Zapier and N8N lock into the top right quadrant. These demand heavy initial setup, but they deliver true background automation. Zapier AI is the beginner-friendly bridge here. It lets you connect thousands of different applications using plain English commands. It is the easiest automation tool to learn, but strict premium pricing tiers mean that as your operation scales, Zapier takes a larger bite out of your profit margins. An Etsy seller uses Zapier to automatically generate and send a personalized thank you email for every single new order that comes in. On the other end of the spectrum is N8N. This is the powerhouse automator, capable of executing unlimited, highly complex workflows at a fraction of the cost of standard tools. To use N8N, you have to understand API logic. That is the technical language systems use to talk to each other under the hood. It offers unmatched affordability, but it demands a steep initial learning curve and a high tolerance for technical frustration. An agency owner uses N8N to build a zero marginal cost lead pipeline that scrapes target websites and drafts personalized pitches automatically. Achieving true autonomous time savings demands a sacrifice. You either pay for convenience with monthly subscription dollars, or you pay for efficiency with weekend study hours.